Hello, this is Ben Dosty with sort of a redo of the midweek message. Um, None of you said anything to me, but when I heard my message, I thought, oh, that's not quite the tone and the message that I wanted to convey. Normally, I listen to the messages, but I did two different recordings, and it turned out that they did not record. So after the third one, I had other things to do, and I just sent it in. So that is my fault. I think it's important to give you some context on what I was saying in terms of hearing from you and just trusting in leadership. We value all of you. That's not the issue, and we want to hear from you. That is also true. At the same time, the context in which I was thinking was largely related to the opening and or reopening, all of the different things that are related to that. I went to a pastor's meeting yesterday, and a lot of churches were represented, and it was really to talk about reopening. And one of the larger churches in town will be reopening, and they wanted to know if anyone is going to be joining them. And they went around the room, and we heard from each pastor, and each pastor had a unique view based on the unique circumstances of his particular church. So what I mean by that, some pastors said that they're meeting outside and they are going to continue to meet outside, and some are in a location where there's apartments around the church, and for the first time people are opening their windows and hearing the message, and they're reaching far more people meeting outside than they ever could do that meeting inside. Other churches never stopped meeting. They've just been going on. And still other churches are not meeting. They've been doing online and will continue to do online and don't have a date to reopen. And each church had its own, again, unique set of circumstances that made the decision for the church. So in other words, the circumstances are the things that dictated what the church was going to do, and that is unique for each church. So my thinking and what I was referring to in terms of hearing different opinions, the idea, the main thrust of that was that what other churches are doing is irrelevant. The opinions about this church doing one thing and this church is irrelevant because they have their own set of unique circumstances that they are evaluating to make the decision that they are making. And people, again, gave the rationale for the meetings, and some people thought it was their constitutional right. Other people had different views. But was very interesting, and again, there's a huge cross-section of churches. Not one could produce one Bible verse that influenced a decision to either open or not open. So that left really just certain preferences and again the unique circumstances of each church and their demographics and a lot of other factors. But I just wanted to share that with you, and just know that again, this is something that we're thinking about all the time. And again, I know that each of you have certain preferences, and that's normal. And at the same time, with an elder ruled church, we have the responsibility, the burden, and at the same time the privilege of leading and guiding this church the way that we think the Lord is showing us. So anyways, look forward to seeing you Sunday at 10 a.m. on our Harvest Facebook live page. And until then, again, know that you are loved.